Sorry, Elon, it's too late. I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Nick Knudsen.
And I'm Tiffany Drastic. And today on The Dangerous Ones, we're talking about how Elon is coming out to be like the savior of the American people. Like he comes out against this big, beautiful bill, which we all know is a piece of shit, right? And he calls it, quote, a disgusting abomination. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. He's saying this on Twitter now, right?
Well, then he came out and he posted on Twitter, and this is exactly what he said. In November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people. I know you lying. I know you're kidding me. You cannot. You
that
can't.
Is bullshit.
Yeah. You're going to stand up here and talk about how now you want to say something. Now you came in here. First of all, no, you came in here. Okay. I know what you're trying to do. There's three things. You're trying to co-opt this outrage, okay? You're trying to get everybody pissed off, and you're funneling it towards politicians instead of saying Trump. First of all, because you can't, because you stood right next to him and did all of this right in front of us. You act like we can't see. We can see you. We can see you. I don't want to hear it. I want you to get on your fucking rocket to Mars, and I want you to get the fuck out of here, and I don't want you to come back. That's what I want.
Bye,
but
buddy.
I don't get what I want sometimes. So,
Right.
So, and the other thing, too, is he's testing the waters with this anti-government rhetoric. He's trying to figure out, what can I get away with? How far can I push this? And he's going to come up in here and start talking about how we all need to get together out in the streets. Like,
right.
Like we can't, I can't believe that they think that we can't see them.
Well, one of the things is you forget that Elon does have a base, right? Just like Trump has a base, he's got the Elon bros. Right. Well, I mean, he owns a whole fucking social media network. And the crazy thing about Elon doing this that, I mean, drives all of us crazy is like, you can't come up in here now and act surprised that he's going to now steal the silverware with this big budget bill. I mean, you had to. You're supposed to be one of the smartest human beings on earth.
Craig, are you high?
Craig, are you high, Craig? Craig, you didn't know that he was going to raise the deficit to give more money to billionaires like him.
Right. He literally ran on it.
He literally ran on it, Trump did.
This was not a secret.
And you put that chainsaw up in the air and you said,
"This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy." Chainsaw.
Whatever the fucking crazy ass shit you did, you came out here and danced around like a dipshit.
Like a dipshit.
Like, and we, oh my God, I cannot believe we lost. I'm just,
I know.
It's really hard. And now for you to come up in here, now you're insulting Americans. We can see you. You're the only one who thinks you're getting away with any of this. And the reason I know that is because I have a hotline full of messages of people roasting your ass. Roasting your ass. And I personally don't think as Americans we've done a good enough job of that.
So the question is what is the effect will it have that Elon's coming out and saying these things? Will it have any effect? Will Republicans do you think, Nick, it's a good question, do you think this will change Republicans' minds? Because we do know that Republicans get scared when Trump calls them out.
Yep.
Will they get scared about
this is a really interesting situation because I think ultimately Daddy Trump is Daddy Trump. And he wins in this battle.
Do you think he trumps Elon in this moment? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He is the power broker.
It
does make it more difficult though for them to get this legislation through Congress. So this budget bill that they have that like slashes Medicaid, slashes Medicare, gives all these tax breaks to billionaires. Really, really unpopular ideas.
Shocker.
Already really hard to get through Congress because there are actually Republicans, believe it or not, who are who are in sort of purple states or purple districts,
right?
And if you know one thing about a politician, it's that they don't want to lose their own election. That's
right.
Like the one thing that they'll stand for, right? So it's already like there's like super right wingers who don't think that this bill cuts enough. Because they think that the government should just be decimated, entirely. And I think that's kind of where Elon's coming from. Like his problem with this is the deficit spending, which is kind of interesting because like it benefits him.
Right.
Like personally.
Yeah. But when you're that rich, he's like, what the
fuck
do I care?
It's monopoly money at that point. It doesn't fucking matter.
I think they're all mad at each other about some
I do too.
backroom whiskey deals we will never, ever fucking know about. And we're all going to get screwed because of it. Because now they're just like standing around in their pissy little pants and like screaming at each other that they're wet and cold and hungry and need a nap.
Yeah. Real quick to your point, what you were saying about how there are some people in the Republicans that it doesn't go far enough.
Right.
Okay. So just prior to taping this, Tiff and I are at home just today, and we got the cable news on, which we don't normally have on, but we did this morning. I'm making a couple of eggs, right? Mm-hmm. Getting the brekkie.
Just trying to get my fucking day started,
And there was who was the guy that was on TV? Boyle.
Yeah, from Pennsylvania.
Rep Boyle from Pennsylvania, and he was saying that the way the bill was just a few hours ago, 11 million people would have been cut off of Medicaid, but because of some people like you were talking about, Republicans who are it doesn't go far enough, and they bow down to them. Now the new version of the bill that's going to come out right now, as we're speaking, now will cut 16 million people off of Medicaid. As you hear my voice, 16 million people off of Medicaid.
Yeah.
And folks, when we say Medicaid, that's not some obscure thing. Here in Oregon, that's called the Oregon Health Plan.
Right.
Where you are, it might be called something else.
Yeah.
I don't care what you call it. 16 million people are going to lose their health care.
Healthcare.
Can you afford to lose your health care today? Like, just think about anyone you know, their medications, the care that they need, the transportation, the hospitalization. Is someone in a nursing home? 16 million people.
Oh, yeah, the elderly for sure.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And let's not get it twisted. Elon's not upset that 16 million people are going to lose Medicaid.
No, he's not. He's not coming to your backs, America.
He's not worried about that.
No.
He's worried that because Trump is doing that to help curb the cost of the enormous tax break he's giving to the rich.
Right.
So Elon's not upset that you're losing your health care. He's upset that they're blowing up the deficit that he just spent all this time and blew up his companies to try to, fix with Doge.
Well, tough shit, because I don't buy this whole you're coming out to I'm going to be on the side of the American people, whatever the fuck it is you're trying to sell us. When you're saying, is this pandering to Republicans? I feel like he's pandering to Democrats because we do not already like him. He's trying to I feel like he's trying to peel off our base that it's kind of like still driving around in their Teslas. They've still owned X stock, whatever, or not X, but Tesla stock. The side of us that is like, we can't quite give up our dependence on him. So we just don't talk about Elon. And now he's going to come out and act friendly to what we're trying to do, what not just Democrats, but disenfranchised voters and people, how we're trying to stand up for something. And now he's going to come out here and say he stands with us. No, he doesn't. He's lying. He's not.
I go back and forth between that and just the idea that he's just a fucking chaos agent, just like Trump.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm not getting enough attention right now.
He's like one of those shitty kids that you didn't want to be friends with, but your moms were friends. And so you had to spend time with them. And your mom was like, you need to share your brand new Play-Doh set with Elon. And you're just like, fine. So you sit down your Play-Doh. And guess what he does? Mixes it all together. And now it's all brown. And he gets up and fucking walks off and he's picking his nose.
And then he takes a dump on it.
Yeah. And guess what? Your mom can't replace your fucking Play-Doh because you don't have $1 gajillion.
Right.
So now no Play-Doh for you.
Right. Yeah, he's I think you're right. I think that I do believe you're right, that he is in some way, he knows that it's not just Republicans that own Teslas. It's, you know what I mean? And that in some way he's trying to go like, no, guys, I'm with you. This is crazy.
Well,
look, I was just trying to cut some excess pork fat out of the government. That's all I was trying to do. When we all know that, well, first of all, I don't care if that was what you were trying to do. You did it like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Sitting up there with a chainsaw. You're literally cutting veterans' benefits.
Yeah.
You're cutting, you idiot stick of a human being.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're doing because you've been rich for so long.
And I don't agree with the violence that happened at the Tesla protests this last year and the last couple of months, but it's not their side that doesn't like him. It's us.
Yeah.
And he cannot stand this pressure that they've lost billions of dollars because all of us are like, fuck you.
It's the first time it's working, guys.
Yeah.
Like if you hear our voice, and by the way, when you say you don't agree with the violence, I know you mean that, but like you absolutely agree with the protests.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I mean, like fucking 100%. I can't wait to get out to one myself.
That's right.
Because it's working. I made a post about that. It's working. What's going on with Elon and Tesla right now, mark my words, this should be a glimmer of light. This should be a roadmap for the rest of us to go like, that's working.
Yeah. I mean, as we slide deeper and deeper into an oligarchic state where these like massive billionaires have increasing control over everything that happens in our lives, like having an example of we can get you too, buddy.
Yeah. I'll just vote like, with my wallet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really, really helpful. So, and it is voting with your wallet. It's like, I'm not going to buy your Tesla.
Right.
I'm going to sell my Tesla, but it's also like, I'm going to stand outside of your establishment.
Yeah.
And urge other people not to do that. And that's exercising our First Amendment rights in a way that is very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the stock prices.
Yeah. And you can call it what you want. I don't agree with bullying either, but these motherfuckers, like people are going to lose their lives.
Yeah.
People are going to get really sick. They're going to lose their houses. They can't afford their medication. This shit is real. Yeah. You're fucking with people's lives now. I'm going to make fun of you until I never have to hear your name ever again.
Yeah.
So for the rest of my life.
So to wrap this up, I would say, Elon be damned whether,
too late, motherfucker.
Too late, motherfucker. Yeah. And I would say this to everybody who can hear our voice. If you watch The Dangerous Ones, 16 million people as of now, the way the bill currently sits, are going to lose Medicaid. There's a whole bunch more horribleness in that. What can we do about that, Nick?
Get loud. First of all, there's the No Kings protests coming up on June 14th. That's a great opportunity to get loud about that. But call your members of Congress, especially your senators right now, because the bill passed the House and is sitting in the Senate. And there's lots of, these people just like, they have no backbone at all. So it feels like there's like real opportunity, especially senators.
Yep.
Because it's statewide office. Like there's real opportunity for influence here. They can, they're going to pass something. Yep. And it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we can make it suck less if we get really loud.
What I have learned is that politicians definitely listen when you flood their phone lines.
Yep.
So if we can do that, I think that would be effective.
Yes. And when you're quiet, they don't know what's going on and they can't read your mind and they're not, living your life. You have got to make your voice heard. Now is the time. We've been doing this for all our lives. We've been protesting. This is the time. If you ever wanted to get it right, if you ever wanted to affect change, if you ever wanted to be part of something bigger than yourself and make this place better than what it was when they ruined it and then they left us with nothing, if you want to reverse that, if you want to make it better, it's now. It's now.
That's right. Folks, please like and subscribe and visit tealandorangereport.com and become a subscriber to our Substack, become a paid subscriber. You can also get there now by going to thedangerousones.com. It'll also take you to our Substack and help support this show. And Elon, it's not going to work. And until next time, we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.